Hey, and welcome back to my channel. For those who do not know, my name is britanyaalexis, but for those who are returning, what's good? You already know the vibes. So as you can see by today's video, we are going to be talking about the pressure of social media. I am 25 years old, so I've grown right in the middle of the social media explosion. From MySpace to Facebook to Instagram to TikTok and everything else that's in between. It's so wild to think about how much of our lives are wrapped up into these apps. But let's be real, the pressure of just looking like you got it together all the time is a lot. So make sure you grab your tea, coffee, whatever, and let's talk about it. I think one of the hardest parts about social media is it's not real. We all know that people are going to post the best moments of their life. Of course, they're going to post the vacations, they're going to post the luxury bags, and they're going to post their perfect relationship. And even though we know that they are just posting the highlights of their life, it's still very easy to compare yourself. I would be scrolling on all social medias and I would see girls my age living the dream life. I'm talking about yachts, private jets, luxury bags, everything. So it's easy to compare yourself, especially if you know someone personally. Like if you went to school with someone, you went to college, graduated college together, whatever the case may be, and you see that they're living a much better life than you. It's very easy to compare. And that is what causes you to put pressure on yourself to kind of change your life overnight, which we all know that's impossible. But what I remind myself daily is that we don't see the behind the scenes. We don't know the sacrifices. We don't know the long nights these people work to get to where they are. And let's be honest, some of it could be fake. It could be a rented car, it could be a rented house, it can be anything. But from the outside looking in, you wouldn't know. Only thing that you know is what they put out. So if they say they own that car, if they say they own that house, then what do we think? They own the car, they own the house. And behind the scenes, we don't know what's going on. So that is how I change my mindset when I catch myself comparing myself to people that are my age that are just living a totally different life than I am. Like I said, it's not jealousy, it's not envy. So if you're like me and just notice that you're not a jealous person or you're not an envy person, but you notice yourself comparing, that's why. It's because the social media just have us under a lot of pressure to think that you're 25, you should be living your best life right now. And in all reality, I have been in a much better headspace that I'm taking my time. I don't care if it's 30, I'm 35 until I get on my first yacht. As long as I get there, that's all that matters. Another thing that is pressure is to always feel the need to be on. And what I mean about always being on is if you have a brand that you're trying to promote, or even if you're trying to promote yourself, a lot of TikTokers, YouTubers, just influencers will always tell you consistency is key. And it is, but what about the days that you're exhausted? What about the days that you have a bad day? That is where the pressure comes in, because you feel like, oh, I haven't posted in a while. Oh, let me post this so they won't forget me. And you cannot be in a good headspace. So I am very, very big on being in a good headspace when it comes to your creativity. Whether you're doing art, whether you're doing content creation, whatever the case may be. I always say that you have to be in a good mindset, because that's where your best work comes from. And I know that sounds ridiculous. I know you like, Brit, girl, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to post anyways. But a lot of people don't have that mindset. A lot of people can have a really rough day and then turn around and make sure they're active and happy on social media. It's fake. It's just the pressure of it. Social media will definitely make you feel like you are in an unspoken competition just to prove yourself. And you're not, okay? It doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter how consistent you are. Just make sure you're doing what you want to do. Make sure your creativity is what you want it to be and not what society says it's supposed to be. Now, let's talk about the fear of being judged. Social media is a huge stage that gives everyone the opportunity to comment on your lifestyle. They talk about what you wear, how you talk, what you post. Nothing is off limit. And honestly, that fear is what can make you second guess yourself. I know I have videos that I have not posted just off the fear of what people would think of the topic that I chose, or how would people think that I'm looking, or how would people think the quality is. It's a lot that goes into that, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had to take a step back and see why did that even matter to me? I really had to ask myself, why does it even matter what other people think? If you think it looks good, if you like the topic, if you sat down and scripted everything out, why not put it out there? Because just because one person does not like it or a group of people does not like it, that doesn't mean the next group of people won't like it. And that group of people that likes it can put you out there and your audience will grow. So once I got out of that mindset that, oh, I have to make sure I'm looking a certain way or I have to have a good posture, it has definitely made content creation more fun, because it's the pressure. The pressure of it is lifted and you get to just be yourself. And I've been posting YouTube videos, I want to say about 3 years now. And when I first started, I didn't care about anything. I didn't care how the video, I cared about how the video looked, but I didn't care what the next person was going to say. But as influencers start coming out, as people started doing YouTube at the same time I felt like there was a certain pedestal that I had to have my platform on in order to grow like the people that I'm watching. So I had to get out of that mindset and just think back to me. Like, am I happy with this? Am I happy with what I'm talking about? And the answer is always yes. So I just say, go down a checklist with yourself. Do you like it? Does it benefit you? Can you see yourself doing this in the long run? And if all of those answers to those questions are yes, do it. Okay, do it. Do not let social media pressure stop you from doing what the fuck you want to do. And I know in this point in the video, you're probably like, okay then, Britt, how do we deal with it then? How do we continue to stay consistent on social media and not let it consume us at the same time? For me, it's all about balance. And here is a few things that I have been doing that has helped me stay consistent and stay true to what I really want to do, which is my content creation. So the first thing would be taking a break. I am 100% advocate of taking breaks. You would get burnt out so quick if you consistently do something over and over and over. So I take breaks, even if it's a day or two, or it may be an hour or two. Within 24 hours of my day, trust me, I'm taking a break, a mental me moment to just kind of regroup and get back focused. The next thing would be unfollowing people who don't inspire you. If you are following a group of individuals and you feel less than after reading their posts or watching their videos, then it's okay to go ahead and hit the unsubscribe, unfollow. It's okay, because mental health is definitely the key into all of this. So if you're not feeling inspired by the people that you see on your For You pages, then it's time to get them out of there. The third thing that I have been doing to deal with the social media pressure is I post for me. I post and I go back and watch my videos maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I post for myself because I'm not only looking at it from the creator, I'm looking at it as the editor, I'm looking at it as a viewer. I put myself in all different positions, so I have to watch it multiple times before I even save it to even be posted. So I think for me, it's not about the likes. It's not about how many people I get flowing in. It's about my consistency, because this is something that I really want to do. It's something that I really have passion for. So I got to get it together. So that's the main thing that I think I focus on. I'm now posting for me, and it's making it more fun because I'm not judgmental. So why would I judge myself? But yeah, that just really gets the weight of the perfection or being perfect in front of the camera. It takes the weight off me when I put myself in all positions. And the last thing that I feel that takes the pressure off social media is focus on your real life. When you're not in front of the camera, when you are living day to day, that's the life that you need to focus on. If you are happy in your every day-to-day life, then it's okay to get in the front of the camera and give off that good energy. But if you're not having a good day, if you're not having a good week, don't feel the pressure to post, because as I stated earlier, your work will slack and people will notice. That's one thing you don't want to happen. You want to be consistent with what you know. You want to put your best work out there. So just make sure that you are just taking heed of your real life as well. Just remembering that social media is fun, but it's not your whole life. It's not mine. So who am I to sit here to tell you to eat, breathe, and live social media when I know I don't? So be kind to yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself when it comes to the social media pressure, okay? Because don't nobody know you better than yourself. At the end of the day, social media is really what you make it. If you want to make it fun and inspiring, then that's what it will be. But if you want to make it draining and toxic, then that's what you'll see. It all depends on how you use it and how you consume yourself. My advice to anyone who is feeling the pressure of social media right now: social media is not your whole life. Always remind yourself that you don't have to wrap your whole life in one app or two apps or three apps. How many ever apps you go to daily, you don't have to let that be your whole life. What people put on social media does not have to dictate where you're supposed to be in life. You are doing amazing whether you are posting or not. You get up and you take care of yourself, doing your daily things as far as feeding yourself, bathing yourself, clothing yourself. You're taking care of yourself outside of social media. No one can take care of yourself better than you, so don't let social media tell you what you're doing wrong in your life. Because like I said, social media is a stage. Everyone is going to put on their best performance. And when everyone goes behind stage, they kick, cry, scream, whatever. Because the sacrifices that were made to put on this best show did not need to be seen by the audience. So the pressure of social media is very much real, and I feel like it's not a topic that's really talked about. So that's why I wanted to put it on my channel. Overall, I think staying true to yourself is the main thing to avoid the pressure of social media. So that's all I have for today's topic. In the comments, tell me how you feel about social media pressure. How do you handle it? Do you unfollow people? Do you just ignore people? What do you do? The comment section is always open to keep the conversations going. And like I always say, have a good day, good night, good life, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.